Hi, Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. It is me, Tom Hamlet, and I am here to dive into the Real Houses of Atlanta with you today. I'm getting prepped for the Real Houses of Atlanta season premiere, season number 16, 18, 20, 500, season 17. There's something about season 17 that does feel like a new page in the Atlanta book. I think that trailer really invigorated me. I don't know how you guys all felt about it, but I feel really excited about it. And I wanted to take a second here on the podcast and on the YouTube channel to dive into the moments that really changed the internet. Real Houses of Atlanta has the largest impact of all of the franchises, I think, on internet culture. Honestly, mostly in the hands of both Nene Leakes and Sheree Whitfield. The two of them have created some of the most notorious memes, the most notorious GIFs, the most notorious Twitter reactions that have taken the internet and gay Twitter and black Twitter by storm. So I wanted to tip my hat to these ladies and rank the top 10 greatest internet memeable moments from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I may be small.
Before we get into it, I wanted to say a couple things. First, I am recapping the season of Atlanta on the YouTube channel and the podcast with some of my favorite black content creators. So please go check that out. And secondly, I want to just make sure we acknowledge something here. I'm a white guy. I'm a white gay man who has absolutely benefited off the humor, the genius of black women. Let's just say what it is what it is, right? Gay culture is constantly taking from black culture. It's a part of, unfortunately, the backbone of gay Twitter. And I just want to acknowledge that because I don't think we give enough credit to the black women out here that are creating such memeable moments for, sometimes it feels like everyone but black women, to disperse out into the universe. So I just want to acknowledge that because it is not lost on me that I'm white. It's not lost on me that I'm white commenting on a black show, but I just want to really celebrate these ladies. They've done an amazing job of creating unbelievable TV and unbelievable moments. So this is not a tier ranking because I'm not trying to make people mad like I did with the America's Next Top Model tier ranking. Go check that out. This is just I'm ranking from 10 to 1, okay, of my personal favorite memeable moments and also kind of their impact on internet culture and pop culture on a whole. So let's get after it. So starting off the bat on number 10, later we will get into some honorable mentions and I would love to hear in the comments about moments that I forgot. There are so many moments. Once again, we're entering into season 17, so there's moments that I absolutely skipped over. There are also moments that mean more to me than they may mean to the internet culture at large. I'm just coming at it from my point of view of how I've seen these moments pop up in my phone over the years. So starting with number 10, I personally don't think that some of later Atlanta has the same impact that earlier Atlanta does, but I would be remiss not to include this moment on the list because of its impact on internet culture and specifically TikTok. I just aged 5,000 years by saying its impact on TikTok. But that goes to season 15, and that is Marlo Hampton at that weird trip they went on that weird season of Atlanta, but her with that big glass of red wine going, "Today drained me."
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Now, this season, once again, isn't good. I'm going to just go out on a limb and venture to say it isn't good. I watched it. I think I recapped it on Dumpster Dive, my podcast. Go subscribe. But I just, this moment did take the internet by storm. It was all over everywhere. I mean, and this is one of those moments where I feel, I talked about this a lot with the America's Next Top Model documentary, that I felt that, Tiffany is the center of, I would argue, top 5 most famous memes of all time, yet sees no sort of financial benefit from that. If anything, people kind of point and laugh. And It's not lost on me that a lot of these memorable moments, be it from Tiffany in A&TM to Tiffany Pollard on Flavor of Love to Nene Leakes, Sheree Whitfield on Atlanta, and the list can go on of all of our queens on other franchises, other shows. But it's not lost on me that they're all Black women creating iconic television, but not getting the benefit from. I will say I do think Marlo was able to benefit a bit from the virality of this, because we're in an age where we're recognizing like, oh, that's a moment. She is genius for this moment, you know? So the sound was trending on TikTok for all through COVID. And I do believe that I'm sure she made a little bank off of it. I hope she did. Comment below if you think she didn't, or Marlo, if you find this, hit me in the chat. But yeah, it's a fabulous moment that makes me hee hee ha ha every time I see it. It's probably not my favorite moment, but I had to put it on the list because it is one of their most viral moments of recent memory. Moving on to number 9. Number 9 on the list of memeable moments that permeated the internet from Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is the first and unfortunately the last appearance by another housewife on the show, and that is one Kenya Moore, and that is Gone with the Wind fabulous.
You better preach now.
Right? Fabulous. Gone with the Wind fabulous. Okay? Thank you.
Well, all right now.
Oh, honey, I am Gone with the Wind fabulous. I was like, bitch, is it movie night? I mean, really?
I was hesitant to put this on here because I feel like we don't talk about it enough anymore, but this was a huge moment on the show in season 5. And it was a huge moment after the show. She had a song that came out about it. She performed that song on Watch What Happens Live. I'll probably insert the clip here. It's shocking.
I'm gone with the wind fabulous. I'm gone with the wind fabulous. I'm gone with the wind fabulous. I'm gone with the wind fabulous.
It was a big moment. We have to admit some of these things were moments then, maybe not so much now, but I do think this was a massive kind of midway through the era of Atlanta's kind of mid-season era after the OG seasons were done, where it was everywhere. And Gone with the Wind Fabulous was an iconic moment that was kind of everyone's top tier moment of Atlanta, I think, for the 2010s. We've since kind of forgotten about it, mostly because Kenya Moore has fell in iconography due to what happened in season 16 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I do think, once again, we would be remiss not to put this on this list. So, once again, number 9, Gone with the Wind Fabulous by Kenya Moore. Next, number 8. The ring didn't mean a thing. Kim blew up after Don't Be Tardy for the Party, produced by the icon, Kandi Burruss. I still think for some reason we don't give Kandi all of the credit she deserves on the amount of songs and iconography she's put into the culture. But, you know, she made a nice check off of Tardy for the Party, and it also thus resulted in a not so famous bop, The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. Now, The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing was a kind of like EDM moment by Kim Zolciak. It was kind of like that dubsteppy moment of the 2010s. You know, like Taylor Swift was she dabbed in that dub world with like Trouble. It was like I think that was like the vibe they were going for. I don't know that it did that, but and her vocals were definitely interesting. But Nene goes to I think song release party of the single in season 3, and she plays it for her she's practicing in her hotel room, and she does this look. She's like, and then they cut to her Kim performing it at the club, and there's this amazing clip of Nene going,
"Pull up, The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. I need to get that note."
Lord have mercy. Kim thinks she is a real pop star. Okay. Really, Kim.
I mean, this lives rent-free in my mind. I use this on the regular. It's in my meme folder. If you haven't created a meme folder, are you even a millennial? Or are you even chronically online? So, yes, number 8 goes to The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing from season 3 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Up next, we have number 7. Close your legs to married men. Trash box.
Close your legs to married men. Close your legs to married men. You heard me? Close your legs to married men.
Wow, Nene.
And that's from season 1. Season 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Also made an appearance. The quote resurfaced again at some point on Watch What Happens Live, when there's the iconic Watch What Happens Live moment where Kim calls into Watch What Happens Live and Nene chews Kim out on live television, and Andy is like the two eyeballs and the lips meme, just like, close your legs to married men was iconic. It also kind of brought up the big moment of, was Kim hooking up with a married man to get money for her and her family? Was she? The question still stands. I don't think Big Papa was married, was he? Or it was a different guy? I need to go back and rewatch season 1. It's been a second since I've dove into the treasure trove that is early seasons of Atlanta. But once again, number 7, close your legs to married men from season 1 of Atlanta. Up next, we have our first appearance of a couple from our absolute goddess, Sheree Whitfield. And this comes from season 9. This is the beginning of season 9. This was the first season that Nene was just fully not on. Nene had kind of bumped to a friend role, or like kind of was in and out in season 8. But season 9, she fully left the show. And I think a lot of people were nervous that the show was going to be a flop without Nene, including myself. But I still say that season 9 goes down in history as one of the best seasons of Real Housewives, period. And that's not to discredit what Nene brings to the table. It's just these ladies have so much interpersonal relationship drama that the season was able to stand on its own and had incredible moments. There's actually 2 moments from season 9 on this list alone. First one being the Kenya Moore housewarming party for her house, Moore Manor, which was built just down the street from Chateau Sheree. She can't pay. And Sheree shows up to the house. This is also a re-entry into the franchise for Sheree. I believe she wasn't on season 8, or made an appearance on season 8, but she was full-time on season 9. And Portia and Kenya are not in a good place, but Portia decides to show up to Kenya's housewarming. And Sheree is standing in the corner by the fireplace, I believe, under I can like picture it. Picture it, Sicily. Picture it, Buckhead, 2013. No, it was later than that. I think it was 2016. But Sheree just goes, ooh, 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 ooh. I remember watching it in real time live, and I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. This was back when we were still watching these shows live. I feel like a lot of people don't do that anymore. And, you know, I wasn't a Twitter person, but I do feel like Twitter had to be up in arms, or in a positive way, when it just cut to Sheree going, ooh, ooh, ooh. Shout out to Sheree. She's one of our greats. Up next, we have number 5 on our list. We're past the halfway point, and this is also from season 9. And this is our wonderful Portia Williams. So Portia they go on this glamping trip. And in the glamping trip, it comes out, this is kind of the beginning planting seeds of Phaedra trying to start the drama about allegedly Candy drugging and doing some other things with Portia and other women in a sex dungeon. Which, you heard that correct. That was on the show. Portia starts spreading this rumor that Candy is a lesbian. And it comes up at this dinner table on a glamping trip. And Candy goes, who said that? Portia, who just said that. Once again, Portia just said that. Also goes, who said that? And then Candy says, who got me saying that?
Candy, are you a lesbian? Because I've heard that, and someone at this table has been talking behind her back, saying she's a lesbian in the closet.
Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
The editors do a hilarious moment where they're like, 20 seconds earlier, Portia saying that Candy was a lesbian. So, who said that? is my number 5. And once again, that's also from season 9. Coming up next, we have number 4 on the list. And this comes from season number 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And that is the infamous Sheree moment at the reunion stage when, after 10 whole years of She by Sheree being an entity in this universe, Andy asks, what's the update on She by Sheree? And Sheree says,
joggers.
Excuse me?
Joggers. It's more lifestyle.
So he's talking about your clothing line, She by Sheree. Are you bringing it back?
Answered it.
Oh.
So if I'm going...
It wasn't clear.
You weren't clear. I said I'm doing joggers.
Why am I getting so much
I know,
backlash?
I'm
Are you
saying
saying you're
lifestyle.
doing a line of She by Sheree
lifestyle.
athletic wear?
Yeah, athletic, but lifestyle.
When?
Probably more September. For, that is spring, summer.
Okay.
September, spring, spring, summer.
Sheree is one of the most delusional we have, and I want her to never change. Never change. Never change, She by Sheree. We love you so. We love you so much for everything that you've done for us. So yes, once again, number 4 is more like spring, summer, joggers. And then that's from season 10 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Up next, we have number 3. We've entered into our final 3 moments that, for me, permeate the culture, that have been recreated in memes for all of eternity. Coming up at number 3, I think this would have been many people's number 1 if it were 10 years ago, maybe. But that is, who gonna check me, boo?
Google me and do my resume.
You need to get your face out my face.
You need to watch yourself before you get checked.
Who gonna check me, boo? I have.
Anyway.
Who is going to check me, boo? At number 3. That is from season 2. That is when Sheree is fighting with that party planner, who I hope went on to also make some money off this. He's definitely an integral part of the scene, but essentially he gets in a fight about, Sheree, she can't pay. And Sheree says to his almost coming at her with a threat, she goes, who gonna check me, boo? And this, this was one of the first big memes of Bravo. I feel like this is season 2, so I feel like probably 2008, 2009, early internet. Who gonna check me, boo will forever be in the greatest moments, I think, on reality TV in general, Real Housewives in general. The only reason it's a number 3 here for me is because I think the next 2 arguably have transcended into the straight community. The straight, dare I say, unfortunately, white community. Looking at you, Heated Rivalry fans. When it gets to you, we know we've done something right and something wrong. Coming up at number 2, our runner-up for best memeable moment on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I am going to have to give it to season number 5. This is Kenya's entry onto the show. Nene goes to visit Kenya, and we get this clip.
The ghetto. Kenya, if you got a dog in there, you better put it up.
You have seen Velvet 100 times.
She sounds like she's a Doberman.
Oh, look at you.
Hi. Oh, you dressed all show. Where you live, bitch?
You look good.
What is this, honey?
I had to move out of Kanye's house of horrors, so I thought this was the best option for me on a short notice. This is not where I live. This is
where you live, honey. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Velvet, show me around. Oh, let me see. I was shocked, honey. I was in tears almost. And it has a white refrigerator. I was like, oh, not a white refrigerator. Girl, please put your shoes on. Let's go find you a home, honey. Oh, Lord. Kenya, what is going on up in here?
This is where I've been since that crazy lady started.
Let me see, child. Kenya is in a 2.3-star hotel. She definitely didn't want to pay over $129 a night. Velvet, you're not gonna sit with me, honey.
Stop, Nene. You have the same dog. Why are you acting like that?
What is there to say? It's one of those moments that has so many memes built within it. It's like it's like a minute long or so, and we have her walking up, shading the neighborhood she's in. We have Nene entering the apartment and just being like, whoa, like the Hillary Clinton in the apartment meme, just like, we have not a white refrigerator. Ugh. Let's go get you a home. And then honestly, a moment that I think gets slept on that I use sometimes in internet things is when Kenya's dog, R.I.P., is jumping up on Nene and she's like, oh my God, it makes me laugh. It really makes me laugh. This is a good one. Number 2, not a white refrigerator. Coming up, number 1. Now, what's so funny about number 1 is I don't think this moment was a meme, was a moment, was so legendary until probably like 2019, 2020. But the moment itself is from season 4. Oh, by the way, no, not a white refrigerator, by the way, was in season 5. This first moment, though, is in season 4. And I do think it was Black Twitter. It was gay Twitter. Well, first, it's always first Black Twitter, let's be clear. And then gay Twitter. And then the world at large that took this, couple minute long clip and realized that in it was approximately 10 memes. Approximately 10 memes. And of course, I'm talking about the one, the only, bling, 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 bitches is mad.
Looks is timeless.
Yeah, but I said...
If you let it and you rewind it and you work it, it can last forever.
Okay.
Whatever that means. It's getting weird. But I still need to get this watch. Bling, bling, bling. Bitches is mad.
I mean, guys, there's so many moments in it. It's top to bottom moments. But I still gotta get this watch. But I still gotta get this watch will always and forever be my favorite moment. Because she's like, well, here's the thing. I just got a Rolex. So I gotta keep the Rolex. However, I need to keep it. Shout out to one Nene Leakes, though. Nene is the internet queen. She is the meme queen. She is the icon, the legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now. Her and Wendy Williams. So let's do a quick recap. In 10th place, there's 100 memes from the show. But in 10th place, we have Today Drain Me from season 15. Number 9, we have Gone with the Wind Fabulous from season 5. Number 8, we have The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing from season 3. Number 7, Close Your Legs to Married Men, season 1. Number 6, Sheree Hee Hee Ha Hi at Portia in season 9. Number 5, Who Said That? From season 9. Number 4, Spring Summer Joggers from season 10. Who Gon' Check Me Boo, season 2. That's a number 3. And our final 2, Not a White Refrigerator from season 5. And then number 1 is Bling 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 Bitches is Mad from season 4. I think this is a pretty good list. I think objectively I did a decent job. There's so many, right? We could go on and on, but I have to say that these some of them didn't almost make the list because I don't know if they're more important to me or if they're more important to the internet at large. I do think this first one is important to the internet at large, and that is Nene in Tokyo. I forget who she's talking to, but she goes, okay, now wait just 1 second, glasses. Amazing. Also, another Nene one that is not on this list is when they're in Puerto Rico and she says to Candy, she's like, why don't you go find a studio and put on some beats? Also, speaking of beats, we also have Sheree saying, I like the song. I like the beat. See, now that I'm saying these, I'm like, these should be in the top 10. But, it's hard. I made my decision, and my decision is locked in. So that is what it is. Also, a season 1 moment that we can never forget is a fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. Our only non-housewife entry here on the list. From, what's his name? What was his name? I'm sorry. It's Dwight. Dwight Eubanks. Of course, Dwight. To Nene. You know, a one during COVID that I really liked was the season, was it 13, 12 reunion they had to do on Zoom. And that was NeNe's last season, where Portia says that Eva's titties are social distancing. I guess that's not really like a meme moment. It is I don't know. I thought about it when I was writing this list. And then also in season 16, I thought we had a couple moments. One being when Drew Sidora goes, well, did you sell it? The cat? I have to shout out lastly, Angela Oakley, I thought really crushed it with calling, I also have to shout out Angela Oakley for calling Shamia's nose a 99 nose. I think that's what she said, just about how she looks like one of the Jacksons. That really cracked me up. And, you know, season 17 looks like it has some amazing internet memeable moments coming up. So once again, I am covering season 17 here on the podcast. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel or the podcast, whichever one is the better format for you. And I'm going to be highlighting some of my favorite Black content creators along the way, because we would be nowhere in internet culture, we would be nowhere in Housewives without the Black icons that brought us here. So this is a little celebration of that. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.